We're live.
We're live.
All right.
What's up, everyone?
And I just lost everything. There we go. We're back. Welcome to Project Fog, everyone. How are you all? Today, we have with us a very special guest, and that is Jeff from myvaporium.com, .net, I'm sorry. Jeff, you want to tell everybody where you're from, what you're vaping on, and a little about yourself?
Yeah, I'm from down in Alabama, and I got this little mod that I won off of Billy. And this little kind of ghetto RDA that I've got these big ass holes in. You see these holes? Look at the size of these holes. And I'm running some It's So Fluffy from Vape Wild. Oh, we're really lagging.
No, that was me. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I know what I'm going to do. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that. So, go ahead. What was the juice you're vaping on? I'm sorry, Jeff.
Some Vape Wild. It's So Fluffy.
I got that.
And I think it really sucks. But I'm really running low on juice, so this is it.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Hank?
I've got a few things. This Lotus box mod I picked up at the PA Vape Expo with the Mutation X version 4 and Lunar Harvest Black. That's some good shit.
Yes.
That was the juice that we tried, and we were both like, I don't know what it is, but
We just both grabbed it.
Royal Hunter on the IPv4 with the new screws that came in, which is awesome. And I've got the pre-made Clapton coils that I got at the show too, and they're working pretty well. With Kitty Milk from Mad Cat, it's one of my favorites. And of course, the Magnus with
Magnus.
Angry Amish Custard, which is amazing. That's what I got.
Oh, sorry, Hank. Go ahead, Robbie.
I got the IPv4 as well. Magnus tank on here. Unique Vapor Innovations Edelweiss, which is a strawberry and whipped cream flavor. I also got my Royal Hunter as well on the Mech Ray from Unique Vapor Innovations as well. Nice little device here. Copper, and I'm dripping on 3 different juices. One of them is Cloud9. Hold up the camera real quick. It's basically a creamy caramel type flavor. It's really, really good. Also got that Nesquik, strawberry Nesquik flavor here as well. Bio Vapes. And of course, can't go anywhere without the BYOB, the banana flavor from Cowtown E-Juice. So that's what we think on tonight.
Now let me ask you something about that, Robbie. The banana juice.
Yeah.
So back in the day of plastic tanks, banana was always one of the flavors that would crack the plastic.
Yeah.
This banana juice I got from Infamous is really good. It destroys my cotton in like 2 hours. So does
Really?
your banana juice destroy your cotton?
I mean, it destroys it, but it's much more than 2 hours. It's usually,
Really?
I mean, constant vaping, 2 days on it.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, just the cotton just almost disintegrates.
really.
Yeah.
No, that stuff is pretty good. I can go, like I said, 2 days chain vaping nonstop, only this device, or only on one device with this banana juice, no problem.
Okay. And I am vaping. I'm vaping on. I'm sorry. Wait. I just got messed up for a second. All right. I'm vaping on a whole lot of shit as usual. I'm really enjoying. What is this? I get so confused at what I'm vaping on. But really, my main thing here tonight is the iSub, and that is Quit That Grit Cereal Craving. And in this iSub, it is Funky Monkey from FAQ. And guys, if you're watching, that is not mine. That is going to be yours, okay? That is part of the prize package. All right? But I have my own little bottle here. Yeah, I'm vaping on a bunch of different things. I'm weird like that. I gotta have a bunch of things with me. I can't make up my mind. So I sub.
When I'm at home, I got a bunch of stuff with me too. But if I'm out on the run, I usually only take 2 mods.
And what's his name asked? Felix LeBron asked, what's the best RDA to start dripping? And I can say I started on an IGO W, but I only used it for like a day or two before I bought like the Mutation X. So really, you can start on anything. Just make sure, like for easy building purposes, you probably want to get something with a 4-post design and deep juice wells, because when you're going to drip, you're probably going to make a mess at first. So get something with deep juice, good on flavor. It's not going to leak. Yeah, try to stay. I mean, really, you can start with anything. I mean, but like I said, just stick to those guidelines.
Yeah. It also depends. Do you want to blow clouds or you want flavor?
Yep. Good point.
Or both.
I started with the Stellara actually myself, and I still love the Stellara. I use it for taste testings and things like that. It's an easy to build on deck.
Yes.
Simple. It's straightforward. There's nothing complicated about it. But I do agree with Billy. It is easier to do on a 4-post deck than it is on a 3-post. When you have that dual positive deck there, dual positive posts. It's a lot easier.
I agree.
Yeah.
The silence is deadly.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, apart from that, I guess we can. I think that covers everyone, so we can get started on the topic at hand here, which is the social media. I'll let maybe Billy start it out, just because I think he's a good person to start. He has that background there, so.
We'll get into Jeff. I mean, everybody there?
Yep.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought it was up or something. I didn't know what happened. Yes. So let's get into social media. I can tell you, I started on social media. I never even went the whole MySpace route. I went with I started with Facebook, and that's why I'm so used to. That's why when the Vapedom switched over to the current thing, like that kind of messed me up, because the original Vapedom had that Facebook layout, and that's what I was used to. You know what I mean? So, that's was easy for me. When it switched over, I was like, what the hell, I'm out of here. So it was awesome that Raina and the rest of us talked about it, and I mean, Raina took it by the horns and ran with it, so all the credit goes to her. But, that's why I love my Vaporium.net. It's got that Facebook ease of use layout. If you're watching, you're not at my Vaporium.net, go over and check it out. Yeah, we all know each other basically through Vaporium, so it's like one big happy family, really.
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
I've found that Vaporium is absolutely my favorite social media site. That's specifically for vaping. It beats all of them, in my opinion.
I agree. It's by far the best out there. I mean, you have your Facebooks, you have your Twitters and your Instagrams and stuff like that, but honestly, none of them are really geared for vapors, whereas my Vaporium is clearly geared toward vapors, and you have just a full list of people who share the same interests as you, and I think that's a big thing in social media. It's all about sharing interests, and our interest just so happens to be vaping. So it's a great place to go out, check it out, and just talk with people about things. The newest RDAs, the newest devices, whatever he's vaping on, just having some fun out there too. I'm sure Jeff can speak on having some fun as well.
Yeah. We have a lot of good time. It's nice to gather with a bunch of people with the same like interests and enjoy themselves and be able to be adults and just have a good time. and share their knowledge that they have and what's going on in their life and
Right.
the equipment that they have and all kinds of good stuff. I'm glad this Vaporium started. It was confusing for other people over at the Vapin when they started with that form layout, and that's a pretty confusing thing for some people. It takes a little while if you're not into that kind of social media to get used to it,
Right.
learn how to post things and where to go and what to do. But the Vaporium makes it a lot simpler for everybody, which makes it enjoyable all the way around.
You're absolutely right, Jeff. And if you ever notice, if you're walking down the street and you see somebody vaping, you automatically feel connected to that person. You want to say something.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You one of these.
Look at I got.
I got one too, bro.
And then you feel connected right away. It's like you knew them your whole life because, not everybody vapes. So when you do see somebody, and I can tell you what, I'm seeing more and more people, I was just at a party yesterday and with my family, and I go out to vape, and two of my family members are out there vaping who I haven't seen in a while because they live in Jersey and I'm in Philly. And they're vaping away, and they've been vaping for like a year, and I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? We automatically connected again. So, but
Oh, yeah.
with that said, like that's what social media is all about, because it ain't like you get to see vapors all the time. You know what I mean? So, my wife, but she's not into it like I am. She walks around with her iStick and her sub-tank nano, and she's good. And that's it. That's all she needs. She don't need to know about it. She just wants to vape. That's it. Me, I like talk about it. I live it. It's a lifestyle,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why Vaporium is the shit. So, and also, if you're watching, you're not over there, like I said, and you'll see in my blog that's downloading right now, it should be up. I'll be having Vaporium only giveaways. So.
What's up, Jay? Yeah, that's me.
Oh, my battery died.
What do you guys feel about what social media sites are you guys using right now, apart from obviously my Vaporium, which I think we're all on, along with a lot of people who are viewing this right now. But what other social media do you guys use?
I used to use.
What format do you use it?
I used to use Facebook a lot. Like I have a Facebook, but I barely ever get. I spend most of my time on my Vaporium. So I rarely go in my regular life Facebook.
Yeah.
Page. I just don't anymore. I don't get something I'm interested, like a notification, that I'll check it. But other than that, I don't post on there no more. And I used to be on there a lot, like a lot. But now I'm on Instagram a lot, like and I've only found it like recently. So, and I'm trying to. So guys, if you're out there watching, check out my Instagram, right? Vapin_Heathen. I'm enjoying that. I love looking at the vaping community is huge over there. And I also check out.
Check that out.
Yeah. Hank, what about you? What do you use?
I use Facebook a lot in my personal life, and I also have one for my Hank Vapes channel, but I don't have any sort of following whatsoever. So I kind of go in spurts. Sometimes I'll post for a while, and then I stop, and I don't post for weeks. But it's hard to do so when you don't have anybody. So, and I've tried telling people, hey, come check me out on Facebook, but they don't, and that's fine. I don't really care. It just means I don't have to get on there. Now, I do use Facebook. There's a couple groups, like vaping geared groups that I go to, and I post links to my videos there and stuff, and I seem to get decent feedback from that. And then I also use Vape Boss, but what I don't like about Vape Boss is it's not very social. It's a lot like Instagram, but there's not a whole lot of interaction between members. And I mean, I pretty much just use it as like advertising almost.
Yeah.
But what I do like about Vape Boss is they've got like built-in shit. What's the word I'm looking for? Like builders, like when you're building.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what word I'm looking for. like calculators, vaping they've got that built in. They've got reviews built in. They've got like local shops and places where you can find hardware and juice, stuff like that. So I do like that aspect of it. And then I also use Instagram, which I had an Instagram a while ago, and I was on there pretty frequently, and then something happened and it ended up getting deleted, and I just had no motivation whatsoever to get back on. I had started another page and never posted anything to it until last week. Heathen posted something to my page or something, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm doing it again too. So, me and him both last week went on like a posting spree on Instagram.
Yeah, I posted a shitload of stuff on Instagram. And I've been,
Go ahead.
I stole this from my hotel, right? The one that I set the alarm off on, and I put my sticker on, and I use it as a backdrop, man, and it's working out great. And guys, I don't know if you know the story. I mean, I talked about it, I guess, if you watched my video, but we're right after the expo, Hank, I went back and I'm testing all my juices. My wife's down in the pool with my daughter, and I had my my new Guardier, my Turbo, and the whole place. I mean, you couldn't even see in my room. I had the smoke detector covered with a damn towel, right? And so my wife comes home earlier than I thought and opens the door, and this big cloud of vapor goes out into the hallway, into the smoke detector. Wah, wah, the whole hotel goes off. The fire department shows up. Oh, man.
That only happens to firemen.
Yeah, the firemen see pit. I'm like, yeah, look, I'm a fireman, you know. And they're like, yeah, whatever. Other than that, I don't use any other social media, but I'm enjoying the Instagram. And I got it. Whoever's over there, I said it to these guys, but I will be having a giveaway on Instagram. Brand new Matrix tank. All right, it's never been used. All right, so I will put up the rules soon for that. Yeah, I'm promoting my Instagram. So what?
Nice.
So am
Jeff,
I. Comments.
Now you're on Vaporium a lot, but anything else you use?
Nate?
Yeah.
No.
Nate?
Yeah, you know what? There's an app called VAPP, VApp, and I was on that for a while, and there's only like, I don't know, like 20 people on there, and it's mostly people in like England, I guess, or overseas. And I was on that for a while, and I still go on once in a while, and it's just a few different people, and it's social. It's kind of like Instagram and Facebook mixed. It's just called V App, and I liked it, and it has like a couple of things that Vape Boss has, but nobody knows about it, and it gets really slow sometimes. But check that out.
Nice.
And
What about you, Rob?
I'm on, obviously my Vaporium is a big one for me. It's probably my go-to one when I want to talk about things and in general for vaping and just kind of see what everybody else is doing and compare with where I'm at and where they're at and talk about certain things. So it's a great site for that. Apart from that, I'm also on Facebook. I have a Facebook page and I actually created a new Facebook account just for Robbie Vapes. The reason being I don't know how you guys feel about this, but for me, my biggest thing was I didn't want to show some of my younger cousins and things like that the vaping because they're like 14, 15. They're in that age where I don't want to be impressionable on them. I don't want to force it on them. If one day they decide to vape, I want it to be on their own decision, not through seeing anything on my page. So I created the new page or the new account just for that, so it wasn't crossing into like my family life and things like that, so I could keep it separate. So again, I don't know if any of you guys did the same thing or feel the same way about, having certain people on your Facebook page viewing that, these vapor related posts, which, I mean, really, it's not about the actual vape itself. It's about decisions and who, and impressionable people on your accounts and things like that. So I created the new Facebook account. That's been going really well. I have my Facebook page. I have an Instagram account, which I'm hardly ever on, so I apologize if you're following me. I feel bad for you because I don't post a lot. Apart from that, I have a Twitter account as well. Same thing. It's pretty much inactive. I posted on it maybe 3 or 4 times. Like, it was one of those things where when I first started, I wanted to be all gung-ho and get everything going for Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and everything else, and I found myself pretty much sticking to just YouTube, and then once my Vaporium came out, that was kind of my go-to, so that's kind of pushed everything else aside. So that's what I'm using right now.
Facebook, I created a Vapin Heathen Facebook, and I created as a regular page, which was a big friend request me and send me messages, and I had to get rid of it. It was crazy. So I'm kind of where I don't even know if I want to go back on there, but I don't want my face, like, I have a personal Facebook, and I don't want to mix with my Vapin Heathen. Like, first off, because all right, eventually I'm sure somebody in the department's going to see my YouTube page or whatever, and I don't want it to mix. First off, because I don't feel like getting my balls busted, and second off, because we do have a social media policy, and I don't want any repercussions for that. Devoe's here.
Yeah.
Hey.
My router shit the bed. I had to run to Walmart to get another one. So you going to come on, Devoe, or what? Did you hook the router up?
Yeah,
Hopefully we can get him on here.
I
That'd be
did
nice.
the same thing with my Facebook. I don't hardly post any vaping related stuff to my personal page for the same reasons. Just certain people that I just don't want them to see it. Younger members, younger friends, grandparents that never knew I even smoked. So
I use Facebooks for family, because my daughter's all up in Cleveland, so I got 4 grandchildren up there, so that's how I see pictures of them and whatnot. I'm pretty phone retarded, so Instagram's pretty much out. But as far as social media is, Vaporium's my primary. Just if you notice, I'm there a lot. But I do switch around to ECF, and I go to Vaping Underground. I go to Planet of the Vapes, just because there's a ton of information there, and hundreds of thousands of people. So why neglect that kind of information when it's there in front of you? We're not a very big site yet. We don't have a whole lot going on, but we participate. There's quite a few people that are really active and helpful, and they welcome everybody that signs up. That's really cool.
I'm being asked what my Instagram is. It is Vapin_Heathen. Okay. Yeah, Jeff, I agree 100% with you. 100%. And it's just and over there at the Vaporium, it's just fun too. I mean, I feel like I know you guys. I just feel like I know you guys. Like, really, it's all interact and all. Yeah, and I use it. I use it. Like, I'll put my videos up and stuff, and so will Hank and Robbie and all the other reviewers. But for the most part, I go on it just to see what you guys are posting, and I mean, sometimes I'll just and I've noticed it's the same people that keep posting, and I'd love to get more interaction from some of the newer guys that are on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Yep, I love it. I find myself checking it constantly.
Yeah. See if you got a GIF up there or not.
Actually, I do that. I go to Jeff's page first and foremost, check out what Jeff posted, and make sure I'm not in the actual post.
It's like 24 hours after you post a video, you're constantly checking. Did he do it?
Yeah, I try to stay up on it.
So
keep you guys on your toes.
I guess I was driving home from work Friday. I have terrible driving habits. I was checking Vaporium on my phone, and I saw the GIF you posted me, and I seriously almost crashed. I was laughing so hard. I was like, I gotta put this down. I gotta put the phone down for now.
You don't know how much giggling I do doing them things, man. I about have a cardiac just putting them things together, just making it do crazy stuff.
They're good though. They're good. If anyone hasn't seen it and hasn't been on My Vaporium, Jeff's gifts alone are worth the visit to My Vaporium. They are phenomenal, and you will laugh your ass off if you watch them, even if they're about you.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are good sports. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. There's no reason to get upset about it. It's hilarious.
No.
That's what I don't know. I didn't tell the people in the chat room. I just uploaded my vlog Sunday Shit Show, and I did a bunch of impressions. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I don't know. Like I said to these guys, it's going to go one of two ways, and I don't know. I felt stupid doing them. They're the worst impressions ever, but they're all in fun, you know? So check them out. I don't know if it posted yet. It's uploading, so we'll see. Let me know if you watch it.
Just tell me you didn't do it. Elvis from Philadelphia.
Hey, Jeff, did you like those drip tips I put up earlier?
Oh, yeah. That was classy. I like that. My wife wants one now. I couldn't get her into vaping now. Now she's willing.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. That's great. Yeah. Laura, did you see those drip tips? They're like little penis drip tips.
Hey, it said, Dirty said he's all hooked up and he can see everybody, so
I don't see him on here.
maybe he can hop in here.
Come on in, Dirty.
I know that's on a delay, so.
I'm all hooked up now. I can see everyone. Going on? Are you coming on? I don't see an invite.
Time to scroll down.
Yeah, tell him to go to the Project Fog Google page. It's on there, not on his page.
Yes, that's the mistake I made.
Yeah, same.
Rena wants a
Rena.
He's got like 5 invites, so you should find one of them.
He got him like 5 invites. Hey, I'll be doing I'll be on Dirty's podcast.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, I listen to his stuff, man. He's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? At first, I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Yeah.
And he did a good one with Brian from Vapor Chronicles. That was a pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
You know. So hopefully he gets on. Better get started.
Be prepared for anything.
Yeah, right. Diva, okay, so we talked about social media. Let's talk about any comments, any devices anybody wants to see, any devices that I have or tanks that anybody wants to know about, any questions. If you
Oh, we
Bill
lost
kinda-
Billy.
Yeah, Bill froze.
He's been having issues all evening.
Yeah, you can.
I'll try and finish Billy's thought there. I think he was asking if anyone in the comments during the watching this right now wants to see anything, any sort of devices that we have, or any questions about any devices we're working with, or anything that's new to the market that you may want us to review or see, or any questions on. So I think that's where he was going with it. But yeah, we'll leave it in the comments. There's about a minute delay between us talking right now and it actually appearing on the video itself on YouTube. But
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, comments, let us know, and we'll be happy to answer them.
I'd like to see that wickless one coming out.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I am so stoked to find it, and like I said, that will be in this week, so that should be a really fun tank to review. And they just got the stock shipment in, so it just came in. It's pretty cool.
I've seen a small review on it, and it's definitely different from what we're used to.
Yeah.
Definitely different.
I haven't even seen anything on that yet.
There's some YouTube reviews out there.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
The Flavo tank, I think.
Flavo tank, something like that.
I think
It's by a company called Yocan.
Yocan, yeah.
Okay. Jay asked about the Sigelli 75 watt. I haven't seen this one yet. But I don't like how it only takes one battery. Because I've got this. I just picked this one up, and it's a 60 watt, but it only has one battery, and it sucks.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it dies so quick. It's just, I mean, if you run it at 60 watts, it's going to die extremely fast.
Yeah, exactly. Felix asked about the IPv4 blowing up, if it was a hoax. I honestly didn't see that, but I've had no issues with mine. Mine works perfectly fine. I can vape on it pretty low as well. My Royal Hunter is at like 0.13 ohms right now, and it's no problem at all to vape on that thing. No issues, no shorts or anything like that. Like, it's pretty safe, actually. In fact, I built a new coil design on one of my RDAs, and it shorted out on the device, and the device actually read out short and would not hit it or anything like that. So it's got some good safety features in it, and I mean, I don't know if it was a hoax or not. I'm just going off what my experience is, and so far my experience with this thing has been really good. What about you, Hank? You got one too, so I mean, you just put out your review on the temp control and stuff.
Yeah. 1 second here, I can't multitask.
Tell Devoe, or tell Dirty, go to his main page on his Google Plus, and just kind of scroll down, and you'll see the invite. You should.
Yeah. Yeah, my IPv4, it's been solid. I've dropped it once or twice. I've had all kinds of different batteries in there. Works fine to me.
Yeah. Yeah, the Royal Hunter, I mean, here's the thing with any RDA, really. Depending on how you use it, it can leak. Saw Raina's comment there. So, I mean, if I leave it on its side, it will leak. But as far as actually just using it in the way it's intended to be used, I don't get any leaking out of it. You can drip through that top cap, no problem. Just exhale first, clear out the chamber a little bit, and you won't get any spit back. So, I mean, as far as I know, or as far as I'm concerned, there's not much leaking in there, unless you tilt it the wrong way.
Yeah. Or
Mutation XV4 though has some pretty bad leaking.
Yeah. If you over drip on anything, it's gonna leak because, let's face it, you have big ass air holes on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, you put a big ass hole in it. So if you fill it up too much or filled it over, it's gonna leak. Even the aeolus leaks if you put too much juice and flip it upside down.
Yep.
Like Robbie.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Although in all fairness, funny enough, when I did that, it didn't actually leak anything, so I actually got a pretty good hit out of that.
Damn, I got a mouthful of juice.
So let's try right here with the Mech Ray and the Royal Hunter, see how that works. And I just juiced up, so it's gonna get something. No, nothing.
Wow.
That was pretty good, actually. I'm gonna start vaping like that all the time.
An open airway, huh?
Fall off your chair.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
I got a question for you, Hank.
Yeah.
I'm kind of knocking around the idea of getting a mech mod.
Uh-huh.
What would you suggest?
Oh.
For a beginner now. I'm a beginner. I've had all box mods.
I really like the Overdose. I've used this mod for a long time, and I still do. And this one's a clone, but Overdose.
Overdose.
If you don't mind copper. Some people don't like copper because it makes their hands smell, but
I love copper.
yeah.
Better connection in my mind.
Plus, all my stainless mods, they seem to have a lot. They don't hit as hard because stainless steel is not as conductive, even when they've got the copper contact. Plus, another thing I found, I noticed a lot of my stainless ones would get hot buttons on the bottom, and I did some research, and I found it's because it's stainless and not copper. If you build a really low resistance build, that I don't know the science behind it, but if it's a really low resistance build, then the stainless can't really keep up and it gets hot.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I like your new background too, by the way.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
I figured I needed something.
You come a long way from that little star and a panel. Yeah. That was it.
Well, I started doing the videos in the kitchen, and my wife has all her decorations up. And so I said, well, I'd come over here because I've got my man stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I need vape space. So.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I've watched some of my older videos where I don't have the background up or anything in the background, and it's so plain. It's just hard to watch. Like having that background up does make a huge difference, or having something in the background, because at least then you can. Sorry, I'm just multitasking here, which I'm not very good at. I'm like Hank. Yeah, at least having something in the background, it's something to distract you as well, and it looks more presentable that way as opposed to just a blank space. So,
Yes, it does.
So my first videos, I'm not a huge fan for that reason.
My question to you, Robbie, is: are you in your pajamas right now?
Maybe.
Let's see them.
I'm actually in shorts right now. Just got some shorts on. I'm not gonna lie, I was in bed like all day. I had a wicked hangover today, so it was just one of those things where I was just trying to sleep it off, and woke up like a couple hours ago just for this to make sure I could get on Project Fog in time.
All right, Robbie, can you explain to Devoe again how to find the invite?
Yeah, for sure. So when I go on to get the invite, what I do is I go to Google+, not Gmail, not YouTube. Just go straight to Google+, click on the account. Oh, and you also have to be following or friends with Project Fog in order to accept it, I believe.
We went through that the other day.
Yeah.
Or yesterday.
But once you're on Google+, go to Project Fog's page, or it should even be your home page even. And if you scroll down, it should have a Project Fog link somewhere. It might be pretty far down by now. Mine was actually, when I got the invite, probably almost halfway down the page. I had to go look for it. Once you actually get on the page and you find it, you'll click on it. It'll say join a meeting or join the Hangout. And then from there, you'll have to agree to some sort of liability waiver or whatever. And then you should be able to get on right away. So hopefully that works for him. Hopefully he can get on from that.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Billy. He said he can't get back on either.
He needs a restart, probably.
Yeah. God, this show.
Every week there's something.
Gosh. I know I told Devoe, I said, I'm always hosting, so I never have to look for the invites, so I can't help you with that.
Yeah.
So what reviews you guys got coming up?
I got that Yokan Flavo tank coming up here this week. I've also got probably 4 I've been working on that I need to finish up here. Mutation XB4 is one of them. All these unique vapor devices here. This is the receiver up here, the RDA, the receiver. It's a really nice RDA. I'm actually loving it. 26650.
I'm always hosting, so I
God, that looks huge.
I also got, what else do I have? I have some other mech mods from Unique Vapor Innovations. This mech ray is really cool. I'm doing a review on that probably this week. I got to finish up my review on the IPv4. I got a lot going on right now, so quite a bit.
Hey, Billy, can you see me? Yeah, turn your volume down. Because you're getting both.
He's really concentrating there, isn't he?
Right. Got it? Got it?
Can you see me?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I don't see him.
I don't know what the... I don't even think you guys knew I was missing.
Yeah, we did.
We're just carrying on.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
I don't know what happened. It just cut me out, and that was it. So, Devoe, my phone rang, and it was Devoe, the Hangouts, and I about to go click it. It was gone. So
Maybe I'm sending the invite to the wrong Devoe. Does he have 2?
I don't know.
I mean, it's got on it.
Tell him to go.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. So Rainer just asked what juices we don't like. For me, I mean, I guess there's a lot of juices I don't like, but one of the ones that might surprise a lot of people is the cereal vape stuff, like the Fruit Loop stuff. I am not a fan of it. I don't know why I don't like it. I love Fruit Loops as like a breakfast cereal, but I don't like it as a vape for some reason. I can't get a good flavor out of them, and it's always too citrusy, or it doesn't match up well. That's one of the ones I don't like. I also don't like anything that's like super sweet. Like I had this one in my vape box here called Viceroy, and this thing is just like pure sugar. It's ridiculous. It's I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's super sweet. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who would like this, but I'm not a fan. Nothing super sweet, nothing, you know, none of those Fruit Loop type vapes, none of that stuff those are all the stuff I don't like. Tobaccos, of course, I'm not a big fan of either. Menthols are probably the worst of the bunch. I would rather smoke a tobacco one than a menthol one because they're just so bad. But no, that's. What about you, Hank? What flavors don't you like?
Anything super sweet.
Yep.
Again, tobaccos are pretty much a no-go. About the only tobacco I can vape is that Charlie Noble's Pistachio RY4, but it's got a lot of other flavors in it too, and it's definitely not an all-day for me. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of juices that are supposedly the same flavor, and one I'll love and one I'll hate.
Yeah, I find that a lot.
I like just about everything besides tobaccos and menthols. But some menthols I can take if it's not real strong. Like there's that chocolate mint juice that I like. I mean, that's got menthol in it, but it's very, very little in it. It's great.
Yeah, I've kind of been wanting to try that one actually since I know you vape on it a lot, and
Yeah.
I've only tried the one chocolate vape in that juice review video I did the other day. That was my first time ever trying a chocolate vape, and it was mixed with coffee. It actually wasn't that bad. It was surprisingly good. But I'd like to try one of those like chocolate mint type vapes. Could be good. Jeff, what about you? Any vapes you don't like?
I don't like bananas. I haven't found one yet that I like. A watermelon. I think they all suck.
Yeah.
I haven't found a cotton candy, which I'm using tonight, that I like. Cinnamon, anything cinnamon dessert, I don't really care for it. Them things that's supposed to taste like cinnamon, hot rolls, they just don't do it.
You see my logo?
Cereals don't do it for me either. I do like New York cheesecake, strawberry, raspberry, and blueberry.
Yeah.
I don't like watermelon vapes either.
I'm the same way. I have not found a watermelon vape I like, and I want to like it, but I just can't find one I actually enjoy.
Yeah, they all taste weird.
They do, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't do tobaccos either. I just can't find one that's any good.
Yep.
And if I get a menthol, I'd probably want a grape soda with it or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a good one too, actually. Some menthol grape soda. Someone will come out with it.
I don't like any of them lemonades either. I haven't found a lemonade that I like either.
Yeah, same way. Same way. I've been wanting to get a lemonade, and it's one of those things where you want to like it because it's supposed to be the super refreshing vape, and everybody talks about them being so good, and they never live up to that. But no, I mean, I'm the same way. I guess there's a lot I don't like, actually. I'm pretty picky when it comes to my juice.
Me too.
What about you, Vapin? What juices don't you like? Oh, I don't hear him.
I don't either. Turn your mic on, Billy.
No, that. Hold on. Now, say something.
What'd he say?
All right, go.
There we go. We heard this fucking something.
Yeah.
Now, so,
Okay, we got it now.
this is what happened.
I thought you guys were ignoring me.
All right, so this is what happened. When you first came back on, you couldn't hear us, and you had the volume up on the actual YouTube page, and we were getting too much interference, so I muted you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, what juice is stuff?
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, we kind of figured.
Oh, I love custards.
Yeah. Never tried that. Oh, he's fading again.
Yep. Sorry, Billy, can't hear you again.
I can hear him way back there in the background. There he goes.
We heard that.
Yep. Throw some fucks out there, man. We'll hear you then. Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably like that. I like strawberries. That's what I got in here, strawberry.
I probably have half of these juices here are probably strawberries.
Yeah.
Some sort.
Yeah.
I don't care for a lot of banana either, but this stuff from Infamous is absolutely amazing. And the only reason it's still sitting there is because I had to force myself to not vape it until I get more.
Well, send it to me, Hank. I'll hold it for you.
All right.
Is that cereal?
Yeah, I agree.
I wanted to ask. Go ahead, man.
The trill is amazing. It's
Yeah.
I think it's blackberry.
Berry.
It's blackberry something.
I wanted to ask Billy. He gets that Vista Vapes, that berry, or whatever. Yeah, or something like that. Would you compare it to that, or? Yeah, that's it. Oh shit!
Man, brutal tonight.
Quit kicking him, Robbie.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I can't help it. He's hogging the camera. No, but for banana vapes, for me, I'm, as you know, I'm a big fan of the Cowtown E-Juice. The reason I like this one over anything else, I don't know if anyone else ever had this, but there's this medicine you had as a kid. It was a banana-flavored medicine. It was basically penicillin, but it was like liquid, and it was banana-flavored. That's what that tastes like, and I was always a huge fan of it growing up, so it just brings me back to that like childhood feeling of having that awesome medicine again in the form of a vape. That's what I love about it, and I know it sounds weird. I don't know if anyone else out there in the comments or whatever knows what I'm talking about with that banana medicine, but that is what it tastes like. It is that good.
Now that must be a Canadian thing, I guess, because I've never heard of
Everything in the U.S. is cherry.
Yeah, cherry or grape.
Yeah.
I had grape medicine too, but the biggest one, like I said, was that banana medicine. It was so good.
That's probably why I don't like anything grape either, because it tastes like medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, cherry too.
Yep.
Cherry Coke sucks. You guys tried any Coke? Like cola?
Oh yeah.
Vape?
Yep.
I haven't tried any of those yet.
I used to love those things. The cola vapes all taste like the cola candies. Hopefully this isn't Canadian too, but no, it tastes like the cola candies, and those are just unbelievable. All the vapes pretty much taste the same. I find it's hard to mess up a cola vape, in my opinion. Most of them taste pretty damn close.
I've never really tried it. I just picked up this root beer float.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. It smells awesome.
I got some root beer float from Vape Wild, and man, that shit is so strong. I even took it and diluted it down 50-50, and it's still strong. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna give it away.
All right, so how much juice have you guys wasted, like where it was terrible and just threw it away?
I wouldn't say wasted. I just gave my brother-in-law like probably 120 mils.
Yeah.
Stuff I didn't like.
I agree. It's not. I mean, for me, it's not wasted, but I probably easily have, oh god, 15 different bottles lying around that I just can't vape on, and they're just sitting there like on my shelf or whatever. I haven't thrown them out or anything like that. It just sits there on my shelf, and I've got so many of them just up there that I just don't like. And they're all ones that I've tried like separately or thought I'd tried before, and they're supposed to be similar to flavors I'd already had, and they never were, and they just didn't work out. And yeah, there's probably about 15 of them on my shelf right now.
I've thrown juice away. I don't like doing it, but there's not a whole lot of people that I know personally that are good friends of mine that vape. My best friend does, but he sticks to one flavor, and that's it.
Wow.
Really? What
Yeah.
flavor?
He likes Mr. Cookie. G2 Prime, I think.
Interesting.
Yep, that's all he's vaped for months.
How do you do that?
I can't. I gotta have at least 2 flavors a day, and they both change daily.
Mm. I usually drip one and have a tank full of another.
That's usually how I do it too.
Same.
And I hate giving juice to some people, like if they're my YouTube followers. I hate sending half bottles of juice to them. You know what I mean? Like,
you want half a prize. Here you go.
I've had people say, hey, if you got stuff laying around that you don't want, you could send it to me. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to send you half a bottle of juice just because what if it makes them sick?
Yeah, you don't want no lawsuits, huh?
I mean, I don't even like sending juice to people that's not wrapped. Like, you know, some bottles like these here, they don't come sealed. It's just got a cap on it.
Right.
Even then, I don't like sending it to them.
Well, I see Billy's in the feed now.
Yeah, I've been watching that too.
Well, we got way off track as well. This was especially all about social media, but that was done a while ago.
Well, it's too bad because I wanted to ask Dirty about his podcast he does, because that's a form of social media too. And that would have been awesome to hear how he does that and what he likes, or how he likes it.
Well, we can have him on another. Maybe we can find a couple of podcasters and get them on.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got friends that'll do it with you.
Well, it's 11 o'clock, so it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sorry everyone for the technical difficulties tonight. Kind of sucks that it had to happen like this, but that's part of the thing with working with technology. And I mean, this is only our 3rd episode, so they will get better from here, hopefully, and we'll figure out a way to resolve that. But yeah, kind of sucks because, like I said, I mean, it would have been a good show, especially if we could have had Dirty on here as well.
Yep. Jeff, thank you so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it a lot.
Not a problem, man. I enjoyed it. It's a good time.
Good to have you. And thanks for keeping up with everything at Vaporium and making it a pleasant place to be.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Big thank you to Jeff for being here tonight. It's a huge honor having him on here, and it's great to have some new faces on here. And like I said, I mean, if you haven't gone to the Vaporium yet, go check it out. myvaporium.net. That's the address. If you're sitting here and you're not already signed up, go sign up right now, and we'll all say hi to you as well. We're a pretty welcoming group for the most part.
So before we go, we are trying to, at least for a while, make a semi-regular schedule on here. We had been bouncing around a lot. So we're trying to do every Sunday from like now till July 4th. I believe we have it set every Sunday at 10, except for one, and it's probably going to be next week, I think. It may end up being the week after. I'm not sure. But we've got some other pretty cool special guests coming on, which I'm not going to talk about yet. But that one is probably going to be, I don't know what day that's going to be. I think right now we've got it penciled in for next Thursday.
That's going to be a lot of fun if it comes through.
Yeah. Yep. So far, so good, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, guys.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to Jeff for coming on here.
Welcome.
I also just hit 500 yesterday, so my giveaway's coming up soon, but I am still waiting on...
Hey!
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, look!
Look at this! Look at this!
I figured it out. I was on the wrong Project Fog page.
All right, guys. Oh, shit.
Watching.
There's another one?
Thanks for coming on here.
We need to go ahead and trademark this now. Then. I also just hit 500 yesterday, so my giveaway's coming up soon. But I am still waiting on.
That's funny.
Yay.
That is hilarious.
All right, well, you guys want to stick on then? Let
I
Dirty.
ain't going none.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sweet.
I wore my dolphin hat just for you, Dirty.
I know. I see that, man. That's awesome.
And he's in his underwear.
Yeah, just for you, Dirty.
Oh man, I was on the wrong Project Fog page. I was following and friends with the wrong Project Fog, I guess.
I think there are 2 on there for some reason. We'll have to get rid of that one, or do something to make it more obvious.
Dude, I was like spazzing out like 9:15. Like all the internet in the house went out, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And it was dead. I gotta go to Xfinity and get a legit router. But then I just went to the store because I wanted to get online tonight because I have something else going on later tonight online. So I was like, "Shit." So I went. I dropped $160 on a router that I knew I needed so I can get set up. I got everything set up, and then I couldn't find how to join this. That was so frustrating.
Oh man. So I didn't know there were 2 Project Fogs. That's
Yeah, as soon as I found the right one, because I found the right one, I selected Google Plus emblem from the YouTube channel, and then it brought me to the correct Project Fog, and I seen I wasn't following it. As soon as I hit follow, boom, the invite popped up.
oh,
Shit.
that's crazy. So I'm wondering, is that other Project Fog us or is that somebody else?
I don't
think
know.
that's us, because I think I remember us messing around a little bit before with Billy before we even got this whole Project Fog thing like started. We did a couple of test runs, and I think one of the test runs we created a new one because Billy was having issues with it, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's what happened. We ended up creating it. We kind of forgot about it, and now we have obviously 2 out there.
Well, we're gonna have to figure that out.
Oh yeah.
Get that.
Sorry.
All right, Devoe, what are you vaping on?
I'm vaping on my my Doge and my Sig 150. I'm getting ready to drop in some Nora's Dream,
Nice.
which I haven't been able to stop since I picked it up.
What is it?
It's Fruit Loops, but without any
Can
milk,
you hear me?
like dried Fruit
Yes.
Loops. Hey, there's Billy.
Can you guys?
I had to get back on when I saw Devoe. Yeah. What's up, Devoe?
Not much. I was sweating because I was spazzing out.
Me too, bro. I'm feeling the same way. I feel your pain. I feel your pain, man. Right here. Right there, man.
I was like, come on, settle down. I could figure this out. It was something easy. It was something easy. I knew it as soon as I hit the Google Plus emblem from the YouTube page and got there. I was like, fuck. Can't believe that happened.
My wife shut the light out on me.
You're done. That's all right. We can do it in the dark.
Dude, you are the best. Before I even knew you on Vaporium, just from your comments and stuff, I was pissing myself laughing. Wow. I don't know how you come up with half the shit you come up with.
You guys give me awesome material because I watch you guys' videos. I watch them all. And so then my mind is naturally dirty. Reason why I'm called dirty. So you guys can say the most innocent thing, and in my head, I'm thinking something very dirty.
He said, "Do your next vlog from the bathroom."
Yeah, booping. And then, I think after I said that, freaking Ruby Roo put out a video of her booping.
Yeah, I know.
Funny.
You know, it's crazy because I saw that video and I thought, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
That's such a funny, simple video to do. Why didn't I think of that?
I'm doing it right now.
I can't go do it.
I'm booping right now.
5-gallon bucket, right?
Would have been funny though, is like in the core, because I remember being in the core, and you're so open. So that's like part of where my humor comes from. Like you can be walking around with a bunch of naked dudes, and it's nobody's insecure, nobody feels awkward. You can say whatever the hell you want. And I just remember, whenever you would be in those barracks, like if you were down in Yuma or wherever, where there was just open stalls, there was nothing, so you could just sit in the toilet and everybody could see you. I could totally see like now, like guys just vooping, like just a bunch of dudes all taking shits in these open areas, just vooping. That shit would be awesome. Vape fog and shit smell.
All right, so Devoe, you do a podcast.
Yeah, Dirty's Mind.
Yep. Tell us about it.
Well, it started as the Dirty Commuter, because I know if you look on there, you'll see a lot of the Dirty Commuter stuff. And I started because I used to drive 230 miles a day. That's what I did to commute. I used to drive to Southern Rhode Island. I live in Northern Mass. I used to listen to podcasts all the time. And then I was like, you know what, this is something I could do. I could do this in the car. So that's kind of how I started. I started my first few episodes. I was either driving in the car, or I would take a lunch break and just drive around and smoke a blunt and just record. And then I ended up getting promoted to where I'm now. I work full-time from home, so I usually will be 10 to 16 hours is exact right here. I'm just sitting here in my office for 10 to 16 hours. So I don't know, it ended up being therapeutic. I met a lot of awesome people podcasting. It opened my mind to a lot of stuff. It actually introduced me to the people who introduced me into vaping. So I don't know, it's been awesome. It's fun. I have so much fun doing it. If you ever listen to it, the songs, the stupid songs I do in the beginning is probably the most fun I ever have with my podcast. Like, literally would be laughing my dick off for a half hour after I make a song. Especially that Ass Pimple song, man. That song was so funny to me.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it yet. I gotta go see it. I gotta go check it out.
Yeah,
Most
for
of the
anyone
stuff I say
watching,
to you guys or say to anybody, I'm saying it because it makes me laugh. And I've learned that if I go that route, most of the people will understand that. Most of the people are usually receptive to my humor. They understand, look, this dude he's just wild.
Hey, Devo, Semper Fi, by the way, bro.
Yeah, Semper Fi, buddy.
Yeah, man, I really dig your channel, but I haven't heard that ass pimple song yet. I have to go check it out. I've heard so much about it.
Oh, that freaking gift that Jeff did was amazing. Licking that popsicle, that Italian ice. Oh my god.
There's more coming.
It's a shame Raina couldn't come on tonight. Well, you know what, Raina, you're better off because tonight's show sucked. Devo is late. I got kicked off 15 times, and I'll probably get kicked off 3 more.
Yeah.
Raina's awesome.
Yes, she is.
I'm trying to find the time to go back and listen to more of your podcasts from before I started watching, like last week or the week before.
I started doing the shorter formats, which I liked doing, and especially when I do them by myself, I don't like to go too long. I used to have long ones where it'd be an hour and a half of me just talking, and after a while I was like, man, you're a fucking big bag of shit, just sitting there talking all the time. So I cut it down to the 20 minutes. I'd stay around the 20-25 minute mark if I'm by myself. If I have a guest, which I recorded one yesterday, this guy from Twitter that I know, he's in Winnipeg, Matt in Winnipeg. Wicked cool dude. We ended up talking for like 2.5 hours, so I'm going to try to split up that into 2 or 3 episodes, just so they're not so long. Because I know most people, if they're listening, they don't want to sit there for 2-3 hours to listen to one podcast.
Yeah.
I usually let your podcast run. If I'm surfing, they're running behind everything. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found myself a couple of days ago, I guess. I just went through and rebuilt everything I had. And while I was sitting there rebuilding, I had the headphones in, listening to your podcast.
Nice.
It was great. I could like focus, and then of course I'd laugh.
Yeah.
Throw my coil and then go back. Redo it.
They're pretty good. Like anyone who's watching this right now, or even after we post it, if you haven't checked out Dirty's podcast, which is amazing. He also posted the podcast on YouTube, that's how I actually watch them. They are really good podcasts. They're entertaining. Obviously, Devoe, you're a smart guy. I mean, I think my favorite one that you've done that I've watched so far is the Mother's Day rant. It was pretty good. It was one of those things where it's funny because you actually had the courage to say a lot of things that people were thinking, but no one actually had the guts to say. So that's what I liked about that podcast in particular. It was really well done.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I try to be honest. Like I tell people all the time who want to listen to it, I'm like, you're gonna get the unadulterated, unfiltered me. Because when I started that podcast out, I wasn't always the person I am now. I've been a shitty person in my past.
Me too.
Made mistakes and stuff. So it was like, I wanted when I started this out, this was going to be the piece of me that was going to be the most honest and most pure, and I try to keep it that way. And my opinions, sometimes I'll hold back my opinions. Like there's certain subjects that I don't open my mouth on because I know it's going to open up a floodgate of hate. But that one bugged me the most because, like, you know what? I get the whole the industrial part. Like, Mother's Day was made up to sell cards. I get that. But at the same time, for those people that were whining, complaining, like, well, all the non-mothers, it makes them feel like crap. And I was just like, you know what? That's stupid. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, you should just love your mom. If you don't have a mom, I could see how that doesn't feel bad. But like I said, to me, it felt like it's the same people. It would be the same people to complain that if they played in a tournament and their team was dead last, they didn't get a trophy. Like that's what I kind of felt like that complaint was.
I agree.
Well,
No, it was really well put together. And I mean, you've had a ton of the podcasts out there. There's a lot of them I like, but it's all about you speaking your mind, and I respect that a lot.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate anybody that listens. Anybody that wants to listen to my craziness.
Devo, I can't wait to come on, man.
It's gonna be fun, man. I love. Hopefully, I mean, most of the time, people I hit it off with, those conversations, it's so hard to find a point where we're like, okay, let's cut this off.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna have one of those. We're gonna be talking like crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully, man. It's cool. I'm happy to do it. I'm glad you asked me. So I really appreciate it. I'm glad you came on, man. I really am. I'm glad. I wish you could have made it earlier, and I wish something wasn't wrong with my connection right now. But I'm really glad you made it on. I'm glad to see you. I love reading your comments. It cracks me up. You know, you're always there to. Even if I'm in a pissed off mood, I read some comments and I just laugh my ass off, man. You're a good, funny dude. You know. And I can tell you
positive for you guys because I know YouTube people, like the comments on YouTube are unreal compared to any other media format. So even if I can't even think of anything crazy or funny to say, I'm gonna say, hey man, thanks for sharing this, just so you have something positive. There's no reason to ever really say anything negative. If I disagree or if I find that maybe something you said was wrong, I could still make it come out and say it in a positive, constructive way instead of just saying, "Hey, man, your shit sucks."
Well, that's like what you learned as a kid. If you can't, you know, what is it? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. You know, basically, it's like, yeah, you trolls, man. I just got my first negative, like real negative comment, and I was like, dude, just go watch somebody else then. Like, you know, like. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know, he's like, you're a retard, dude. Like, over something stupid. I'm like, dude, there's plenty of reviewers out there. You don't like it, then beat it, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it says a lot about your character, too, and how you handle those comments. I mean, it's not an easy thing to see some of the comments out there, and I've been pretty lucky. I have some really good viewers and great followers out there, but I know that I've seen some comments on other people's videos, and it's just... I get upset when I see these comments. Like, it's just insane how far people are willing to go when they're hiding behind a keyboard. It's absolutely nuts. And I know I'm going to get heat for saying that, but let's be honest, this is what you're doing. When you're posting these shitty-ass comments on people's pages that they've taken the time to, you know, sit there and put reviews out and things like that, and your comment is about, like, I'm going to kind of pitch another YouTube reviewer who I watch who actually just addressed in his most recent vlog the Cloudy Vape, he actually had an entire vlog dedicated to answering those exact comments. And the way he responded, I mean, that's how you judge someone's character, is how you can respond to those comments, and how you can keep your cool and really, you know, sit there and not let it get to you.
Yeah,
I think that's a big thing.
Robbie, I'll tell you what, like I don't know, maybe it's a Philly thing or South Philly where I grew up, but like that's hard for me to do, is try to say something nicely. And I did say to this guy nicely. I'm just not that kind of person. If you're pissing me off, I'm just like, you know, I'm going to open my mouth. And that's got me in a lot of trouble in the past. But, like, I'm Hank saw me. I mean, I'm not a tall guy. I'm 5'7". I'm not a big guy. But when I'm in a bar drinking, I'm about 6'8", you know?
Aren't we all?
Like, the Vapin Bogan does them. The vape, I love the way the Vapin Bogan answers those negative comments. He does a whole little section for him, and he doesn't like tell him to fuck off. He's like, "Oh, thanks for the comment." Like, even though he does cunt and fuck all the time, but the way he addresses them is freaking hilarious.
Get out, you fucking dickheads!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did his in my. You guys, as soon as you hang up, as soon as we leave, you got to go check my blog out. It is up. I did the impressions, and I'm hoping, I don't know.
I was going to do an impression of BK when if I would have been able to get on at 9:30, and then when everything started at 10, I had a hat and my sunglasses. I was going to try to look like BK.
That would have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have worked, because you both got that long beard. You both got the bald head.
I swore when I joined Vaporium, I swore it was the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
It took me a while. I was like, wait. They're two different guys. Okay.
So, Hank, where'd you get the new shelves at? Or did you just install them? Is that?
Yeah, they are old desk drawers that have been sitting at my work for 2.5 to 3 years.
There's nothing sexier than a man who can repurpose shit.
Wait, hold on. I got something to say about that. Jeff, have you ever gotten your drill yet?
No.
I still got I gotta hold your man card, man. You can't get your man card until you get a drill. I took that from Jeff a long time ago.
You know, Bill, I borrowed one the other day, and this little RDA, I put these big ass holes in it, and then I went to drilling on my my sub-tank mini RBA, and I drilled the shit out of that thing. I had to throw it away. I mean, this fucking drill was like this goddamn big, man. It even had one of them side handles on it. Yeah, I had to throw it away, man. So I give it back to him and said thank you with a little fake smile and went away.
Oh man, that was funny though, man.
I gotta get me one.
How's your prize package that I sent you working out? You enjoying it?
Great, man. There's some of it right there.
Okay. That carbon fiber wrap I did myself.
Yeah, I use that stuff every day, man.
Good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear you got good use out of it, because I didn't like it. I didn't like that mod. And basically, I like to vape at higher wattages, and that thing just won't let you, you know?
Yeah, I rarely go over 35, so...
Yeah, then it's fine.
For me.
It's a good mod at 30, 35. So, but if you go try to go up, oh, God. Let me start on that thing. It tells you where to vape. It's like, nope. Nah, you're going to go down a little. No, I want to vape to 60. Yeah, you're going to go down to 40. All right. I'm like, no, I want to go to 60. No, 40. Pisses me off.
That's got to be. That's kind of how this one is too.
What's that?
I mean, it doesn't kick you down. Like on the display, it doesn't show it dropping, but it definitely drops.
What is it?
Tesla 60 watt.
Oh, really? It does that?
Yeah.
That's like that Fimis that I had that I actually gave away. Man, that thing. As the battery, it was like a mech mod basically. As the battery is draining, so is you. thing sucked, man. It looked really nice, and it just sucked. But hopefully I just didn't like it, And then the other one basically fell apart, and they were sent to me, So I did like them at first. They wound up being a piece of shit.
I just ordered my first mech mod, man. I'm kind of excited for it to arrive.
What you get?
Paragon V3.
Okay. They're nice.
I was gonna get a simple mod, but they were where I was ordering from. They were on back order for a little while.
I love my simple mod. I use it, and I rock it with that heatsink fin from the Aeolus with my star tank.
Yep.
And, I mean, that's the only way you can actually rock a tank on a hybrid mech mod. And I found that like my sub tanks won't work that way, so you got to be careful. I can't advocate to do it, but but it's awesome. I call this my lightsaber because I put the Star Wars engraving on there.
Nice. I like that copper one, Billy.
Yeah.
I mean Hank. Sorry.
That's a simple mod too with the Aeolus base on it.
She doesn't understand.
I'm not a copper guy. I don't like the copper stuff.
I like it, but to me, it's gonna be when it gets dirty. I'm gonna be busting out some Brasso.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember Brasso, don't you?
God, that's so sick.
I'm using the same thing with my H9, which is a hybrid style mod. I have the Aeolus on top as well. I love this little Aeolus piece. That alone is worth the price of the Aeolus. Not to mention the Aeolus is already a kick-ass tank. Like, you can't go wrong with it in my mind. But getting that piece with it, if you have a hybrid mod, is amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. That's awesome. And look at this setup. That's my Vicious Ant Phantom with the Silo Beast, man. This thing looks it looks like it was born on there.
Yeah, it does.
You know what it looks like, Billy? You ever see the Silver Bullet? In the Marine Corps, when those guys would pass out, they have a thing they stick in your ass. If you overheat, you drop out of a run, and they stick it in your ass to cool your core temperature, and that's what that looks like.
I got one in there right now. Matter of fact, hold on, let me put this away.
I dig this little thing. I got this for free. The Tesla. Was it the Invader 2?
Yeah. No, what I got?
Worcester Vapor store. They gave it to me. They gave this in a T-shirt because I put their website link or Facebook link on my page, and I go there. They're my local brick and mortar, and I constantly praise them on Facebook. And the owner, she was like, "You're awesome. I can't believe you put your stuff on my site, and then you mentioned me in the podcast. Come down and get a T-shirt." And I was like, "Look, I'm not doing this to get anything from you. Like, I just do it because I think your store is rad. Because the other places around here suck." And you're like, and so whatever. And then she sent her son up to meet me. Because the store is like 30 minutes away. I live in like 20 miles north of Worcester. So they drove halfway to meet me, and then gave me this. In a shirt for their store.
It's awesome.
Badass.
How close are you to Boston?
I'm 60 miles west of Boston. There's no traffic. It's about an hour ride, hour and 15. But with traffic, it could be a 2.5 hour ride.
Okay. You a Boston sports fan?
No, I'm born and raised in Florida. So the only
that's right. Yeah.
Only Boston sports team I follow is the only sport that I didn't follow in Florida, which is hockey, so I follow the Bruins.
Okay. That's cool. I've never been to Boston, but I want to get up there.
It's cool. It's weird because I grew up in Florida, so like Florida, you have everybody that comes from everywhere, so you don't have you watch sports or you watch the TV. There's no real loyalty or shoving sports teams down your throat. I lived in Orlando, and nobody ever really talked about the Orlando Magic a whole lot. Yeah. And then I moved to Massachusetts, and literally it's freaking Red Sox, Celtics, Patriots are shoved down your throat all day long. It's so annoying.
Yeah, that must be annoying.
I
Yeah.
do love hearing all of them fucking cry about Brady being suspended, though. That shit makes me
Yeah, I was kind of excited about that. I just wish it was a little bit longer.
Yeah. Because Brady sucks when he comes down to Miami and he plays the Dolphins. That's like the worst place for him to play. He has the most interceptions there. He gets sacked. He just, for some reason, doesn't play well there. And now I can't wait for this year for CASAA to just CASAA and Wake take turns driving him into the dirt.
Oh, I can't wait either. It's going to be an awesome season this year.
I'm a huge Dolphins fan. Always was, man. Dan Marino is my all-time favorite player, number 13. My birthday's the 13th. I'm my lucky number. I've always, since I was a kid, loved Dan Marino and the Miami. I remember the Mark brothers, man.
Duper.
Duper and Clayton. Man, I'll tell you, I used to have everything colored Miami Dolphins. My whole bedroom was colored in Miami Dolphins colors.
Man, I grew up in South Florida, and I was down there when they went 17-0 in
17-0.
Oh, 72.
With Bob Gracie, man.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Larry
Young
Zonka.
Oh, Larry Zonka. That guy was a beast.
You're showing your age now, Jeff.
Oh, well. I don't care. I'm still 16 at heart, man. I don't care.
Oh, I hear you, man. Me too. Sometimes.
I go every year. I go and see the Dolphins play the Patriots here in Massachusetts. I go to Gillette and I listen to everybody tell me that Marino's gay all day long. But it's great. I mean, I don't get messed with. Nobody's like trying to kick my ass when I go there. And I'm actually usually very impressed on how many Dolphins fans show up at Gillette for those games. I want to say almost a third of that stadium, if you're really looking, is teal and orange.
Really?
When they come to play.
See, that won't happen in Philly.
No, I'm scared to go there to watch a football game.
Yeah.
Buffalo's not much better, trust me. Going to a Bills game in Dolphin gear, not recommended.
No, that's the team I hate the most.
Yeah.
The Bills, because they're the ones that always would knock us out of contention or knock us out of the playoffs or whatever it was. And then I hated Jim Kelly because I felt like he wasn't as a good of quarterback as Marino. I was like, I don't know. He was a good quarterback. I was just a Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of life you getting out of them batteries, Billy?
It's better than all the other batteries I have. It's impressive. It's not, super impressive, but it's better than every other battery I have, and I have a lot of batteries.
What's the lifespan? I mean, how long do they last you?
Well, that's hard to say, Jeff, because never use like one mod at a time. You know what I mean? So I really couldn't tell you the lifespan, but I can tell you that it's been in my Sigelli VR2 for the last couple of days, and I've been hitting this here and there. So
I guess I didn't mean to say lifespan. I meant how many hours do you get on the battery?
Like, that's what I mean. I'm not sure. Like, I haven't put it through the test. I haven't sat there and vaped on one mod.
Okay.
You know what I mean, with just the battery in it. Like, so I couldn't tell you how long. But I would think that it's probably going to last longer than most of the others.
They're like what, 1800s?
1800 yeah, 1800 miles. Now you would think it's not going to last long because it's only 1800. But I threw when Brian gave this to me. I threw it right in my. I had a fully charged battery, Samsung in there. I popped it out. I threw this in, and I hit the button, and literally, the ramp up time was instant. It was like. There was like a small lag with the Samsung that I had in there, like a 1 second lag. This was just like instant. I was like, whoa. It was brand new right out of the box. I don't know, but they work well. I want to get some more. So hopefully, I don't know. I'm not a battery expert.
Do they?
What?
Are those for sale yet?
I don't think so.
I've seen them on eBay.
Are they?
eBay.
Sure, they're not. If they're on eBay, just eBay, I haven't seen them in stores. Like, a lot of times when shit goes on eBay, they're clones or just rewraps, you know?
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
I just seen them. I've seen them on eBay advertised.
Yeah, like the VCT4s, or most of the time, if you get one of them, it's going to be a clone, you know? And some of the clones are really good, but look, they're batteries, you know? That's the way I look at them. They're batteries.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty important, though.
Yeah.
They are, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's hard to say just batteries when you have, they do so much for you in all your devices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an explosive in your hand.
People forget about. Yeah, exactly.
And in a pinch, you can always shove them up your butt.
That's one option.
My batteries are always missing, and I found them. My wife had a bunch of them in her pocketbook. Supercharged.
Any of you guys ever been dumb enough to put the battery in with loose change?
No, I haven't.
You know that.
Good. Don't.
I stopped a lieutenant in my. I was at my firehouse, and a new lieutenant was talking, we're going back and forth, and I hear that she pulls out a battery, just like this, right out of her pocket. And as she's pulling out, I hear the change jingle.
Oh.
And I'm like, all right. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, what? I said, look, I don't care if you outrank me. I said, but get that freaking thing out of your pocket. I actually gave her one of my boxes. And she's like, why? I'm like, this is not your average Duracell battery, you know?
Yeah.
And even them you shouldn't put in your pocket. Like even a little AAA, you know? Like, this is a big battery, man. And for those that don't know what 18650 stands for, 18 is your millimeter, 65 is your height, and the 0, it's not really a 0, it just represents rounds. So it's 1865 rounds, 18650. So if anybody don't know that, but that's what that means. And 26650 means 26 millimeter by 65, and that's how you measure batteries. So if anybody didn't know that, it's a little tidbit of information.
These little cases are cheap enough to not buy them.
Exactly.
I've actually people make little tiny box mods out of them too.
Really?
People do.
I want somebody to make the. Hold on.
That'd actually be a pretty cool idea.
If anybody's watching that mod.
Here it is. Oh, no.
This is what Billy sticks in his ass.
I want my lightsaber into a mod. That thing is awesome.
I had a double one back when the was it episode 4 came out or 3 with Jar Jar Binks, because I was in the Marine Corps. I remember we went to a bar like 3 or 4 hours before the tickets went on sale, and we got super drunk, me and a bunch of Marines, and then we went and stood in line to buy tickets to see that movie.
Yeah.
And then after I got out of the movie, we went right to KB Toy Store, and I bought the Darth Maul double lightsaber. I don't have it anymore, but I had a bunch of toys that I was into, and I had a bunch of that shit.
Throw
Yeah,
up your ass now, huh?
Turned it into a double-sided dildo.
Got destroyed. Got a lot of abuse.
Well, this has been a very long show, but it's good. It's good. I mean, we had problems and shit, and I'll probably get kicked off again, but...
I felt so bad, man, once it crashed. So I was like, man, I didn't want to just message you guys and say my internet's down, I can't join. So I was like, I'm going to freaking do whatever I can to get online so I can jump on.
Cool, man. I appreciate you making the extra effort to get on.
Yes.
I had to. You guys are awesome. I love what I said. I was gushing that I was going to have a chance to come on and see you guys and talk to you. Because I think you guys are rad, man. Just mainly because you guys are just normal dudes. It's not like you've been doing the vape reviews forever and you guys got a big head and you don't respond to anybody. You guys, Brian from the Vapor Chronicles, Mikey, and BK, even if I leave a comment on a video, I know you guys are going to reply. Even if it's just you guys are laughing or whatever it is, you guys will take the time to acknowledge that somebody gave you a comment. And to me, that's awesome.
Yeah. I try to comment to everybody, you know. I mean, I'm sure I miss some people here and there, but I don't mean to. It's just it's an overlook or something, you know.
Which that's understandable too, because the point I come from where I always leave a positive comment because I do the podcast, so I know you guys are taking your time to do that. You take the time to record it, and then if you guys are wanting to edit stuff, I know to me editing is the longest part, and that's the part nobody sees. They just see, right. Oh, just videoed this and uploaded it, and that was it. And like, no, that's not just it. There's a whole lot of shit that goes into that.
people don't understand how much goes into it. Like, you can ask my wife. I mean, she's sitting right over there. I spend so much time with this stuff, and I gotta try and time my stuff better, like prioritize right. But I do. It takes a lot of time just filming a video, and then if you don't film it right, you got to redo it, and then you redo it, and till you get it right, and then you got to sit there and edit it. You got to wait for it.
Yeah, video stuff. I was trying to do reviews there. I wanted to start doing vape reviews, but the way I wanted to do it is differently. Like, I don't want to do the unpackaging. I don't want to do the first person. I wanted to do like my own little twist on it, and then I wanted to be able to just start going to the local vape places like that. Worcester Vapor, they let me shoot video the other day. I went there Friday to pick up that Norris Dream and some Sugar Bear, and they let me film in there. So I took some video, and then I still needed to record the other part of the review of that. And that's kind of what I wanted to stick to. I wanted to stick to going to places and show a video of that. Maybe pick something up from there and then review that. Just because I didn't want to do the same type of video thing. But then when I started doing it and I started buying the camera on the tripod and stuff, and then I was trying to do the video and edit, I was like, fuck, this is so much harder than me doing the podcast, because I have the way I do my podcast. To me, I've been doing it so long, I have a method. So it can almost seem easy to me because I've been doing it so long. I have a way of doing it, so it's like, I can knock them out real quick. So I thought I could take that same process to video, but it's so much different.
Yeah. It is a lot different.
I know sometimes in my editing that, like, I'll film a video and then it won't go up for 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Just between editing and retakes and my slow ass internet.
Hank's internet is still uploading a video from the original Aspire Atlantis.
And I'm not savvy with technology and computers, and I spent a couple years without a computer and just did everything on my phone. And then when I came back to a computer, technology already passed me. So
yeah.
Well, that one video I uploaded a couple nights ago, or I guess it was just yesterday, the Unique Vapor Innovation taste tester juice review.
That had to be
the editing for that alone took almost 3 hours. Like, it's a lot of work. That whole video, if I wouldn't have done the editing, would have been about a 3.5-hour video, just between changing out cotton every single fucking juice and everything else. Like, it was a long ass video. 12 juices doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot to try.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. Mine have gotten longer, but I try to keep them. I try to just talk fast and get it done and just show something really short. Like, if it's not important, I'm only going to show it like for a second. Like, yeah, you got an O-ring, bang it. But some people just be like, yeah, you got a little O-ring here, and and then just talking about an O-ring, like, dude, it's an O-ring. Now, move on.
Yeah. Sometimes I shoot, and I'm like, yes, because I do the same thing. I try to make them as short as possible, but still put as much information to it as I can. And I finish shooting, and I'm like, yeah, that's going to be a short one. And I'm like, yep, that's going to be 12 minutes. It ends up being 26.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, it's if you look at like your analytics and you watch like minutes watched and everything, you know what I mean? Most people don't watch the full video.
No.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I watch a lot of others. There's a lot of them I don't watch the full videos on.
Yeah, I can only last about 1 minute and 15 seconds before I climax, so I don't have to do them all.
Oh fuck! I've been banging videos out though, man. I've been putting a lot of them out.
Yeah,
Dude,
I got a
like
couple of
you
yours
guys
still in
do.
my watch later.
When you guys bang them out, because like I said, I spend so much time in front of these computers, these screens I have here, that when there's a bunch of content, I love it, because then I can just start I mean, I might not necessarily watch. It's almost like because I do like a podcast thing where I'll have the video off to the side, but as long as I can hear you, and if you guys mention something, okay, I'll switch back over to the video and see what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
But then I was following so many people, I just went and cleaned out my subs because there was some people I kept. I no longer like. I was watching them for a little while. Now, for whatever reason, I don't like them. There's a core 10 that I probably watch all the time for vape reviewers.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way. Remember when, like, I had people in my my queue that like when I first started vaping, like I was just subbing everybody. You're like, oh my god, vape! I gotta get more. And now, but then I see their content, I'm like, I gotta get rid of this guy. You know what I mean? So there's, but yeah, I had like 1,000 people, but I got like a core 10.
Yeah.
All the guys that I did impressions of today, even Rip. I watch Rip. And who else? You know what I watch? I really like Gorda Brittany. I don't know if any of you guys watch her.
I watch her, yeah.
Yeah. She's great. And
she had that good review actually on the IPv3 versus Skelly.
Yeah, that was good.
Video.
I love versus videos. I love doing
Same.
them. I like watching them. When you comparing something against each other. So I try to do that. Try to verse as much as I can. But yeah, I like her. Who else?
I like watching Tia Vapes a lot, even though she never reviews anything that I like. But for some reason, it's probably because the blonde hair, because my wife's blonde. I just check out this blonde chick.
Yeah, it's like Cheeksy. She don't put up any reviews. Cheeksy Vapes, right? I mean, I watch her when she does, but I don't see many.
Yeah.
It's mostly like juice.
I think with her, it's her personality. She's just so bubbly and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's her name? Jenna Marbles or something. Ain't she like a makeup girl or something? She's got like 9 million followers. That's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
I'll tell you, somebody like Rip, he's got to be making some real money, man. I mean, I've only monetized not too long ago, and I made a couple dollars, and off the little bit of viewers that I have. So I can imagine how much he's making. He gets millions of views on every video.
Yeah, I watch him. I mean, I don't ever leave him comments because I know it's pointless.
Yeah, it's pointless. Totally pointless.
Yeah.
But he does, some of his stuff is informative, like when he does some of his tutorials or whatever. I mean, his shtick, his character can be kind of annoying, the whole thing, but I give him he has good video quality, he puts out a decent review, so I really can't knock him for that. The only thing I could rather ever knock him for is that he doesn't really communicate with people who are commenting on him, but then look how many views he's getting, also look at all the hate. I mean, eventually a lot of people are going to stop responding to both good and bad comments if they receive so much negativity. They're going to be like, you know what, fuck this.
But if you compare it to Grim Green literally sits there and takes the time and responds to everybody. And he's got, he's up there too, So it's, even Phil Basardo.
If I watch Rip, I always skip ahead to his up close because he's not so intense in his up close section.
Yeah, he's nice and calm. He's like a cartoon character. That's the way I look at him. But and it's entertainment. And it's good. And he does do good. Like he just donated his car to advocacy over at Vape. What was it? VapeCon, not VapeCon, Vapor Slam, I guess. One of them.
Yeah,
He donated. He wasn't there, of course, but he donated his car.
Who made that noise? That was actually perfect for that.
That was my phone. I don't know. It's probably like some kind of.
Green
It's probably Big Lou calling me.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Well, it's getting late, so I think I'm going to head out.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun, but I want to go watch Game of Thrones. I haven't recorded.
All right. I guess we'll sign this off because we're almost at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty long.
Billy, if you could just stay on for a minute after we get off here.
Sure. No problem.
Jeff,
You're all welcome to stay on, I guess, right?
Yeah. But we just won't be broadcasting.
Right.
Jeff, Devoe, guys, both of you, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. Really appreciate it. Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, everybody say their parting words, whatever you got to say before we sign off. Go ahead, Devoe.
Parting words.
Okay, Jeff.
Like parting your ass cheeks, right?
Go change some underwear.
Yeah.
Jeff, anything?
Oh yeah, just thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate the offer to be on and to talk about Vaporium and talk about some vaping stuff. It's always a pleasure to see you guys.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Jeff. We appreciate everything you do over there, man. Really, and thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Robbie.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, thank you both, Devoe and Jeff, for being on here. It's been an awesome episode. The reason it went 2 hours long is because we had a blast doing it. I mean, talk with new people is always great, and having you guys on here has just been an honor, actually. Really, it's great to have different experiences, different point of views. Jeff, you do some amazing work at Vaporium. Devoe, I love your podcast. I love your personality. You are one of my favorite people to listen to, and I actually hope you do decide to do some reviews because I would love to watch those. You have my sub right away. I'm just telling you that right now.
Awesome.
Hank, Billy, thank you again. It's been awesome hanging out with you guys, and I have a blast on this show. So thank you all to all the viewers out there watching us live. Anyone who's watching this afterwards when we post it, thank you all again. And I know we haven't been super responsive to the comments tonight, so I apologize for that. But part of that was just a matter of getting some new faces on here and talking to Jeff and Devoe primarily tonight, I think. So thank you all again, and I will see you next time.
All right. Hank.
I'm going to mirror that. Thanks, Jeff and Devoe, again, everybody watching. I think Jay's the only one that has stuck with us to the end as far as being on live. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a night owl, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Go
ahead. Yep.
Okay. Well, we got a couple good things coming up on Project Fog. I'm not going to name any names, but we probably have a few familiar faces coming on that you all may know. With that being said, thank you, Devoe. Thank you, Jeff. And I really appreciate it. And I will definitely, I can't wait to do the podcast. I will get together with you, email you, Devoe, so we can hook it up. I'm off the next 4 days, then my vacation's over. Jeff, thank you again, and I will see you on Vaporium. Hank, Robbie, you know, I ain't even got to say it. All right? All right, guys. Good night.
Peace.
Peace.
See ya.